Hello, and welcome to the final show in a series of special retrospectives. I'm your host, Brian Hardy, and for the next half hour, I'll be bringing you a selection of remarkable stories from a quarter century of our news archives. Special occasions usually involve special coverage, and in this chapter, we take a look at some of these special occasions from beauty pageants to centennial celebrations. These are some of the happenings that we've been happy to present and which are being brought back in a segment called Events in Retrospect.
Tourist associations, Chamber of Commerce reps, and everyday residents of many Alberta communities along the Yellowhead Highway are playing ambassador this week. All are part of the Yellowhead Twinning Celebration Caravan, which marks the official opening of the highway. The event started Tuesday night with a mixer, and many reflected on when the government made its commitment to the twinning.
How very, very fortunate we were to be able to have that vision down the road of twinning Highway 16, because it is a major part of our highway system.
Car number 19.
One of the official duties for organizers was allocating the 100 vehicle positions within the caravan. But for many of the drivers, it didn't matter where they were put, just that they were going.
And we're number 27. We're here representing Battle River Tourist Association, and we think this is a great deal. We are very happy to be on the cavalcade.
We're 49, 89, and 94.
How do you feel about being on the caravan? Like, what's this going to do for St. Albert?
It's going to promote St. Albert.
Transportation and Utilities Minister Al Adair is going along with the caravan. He says the Yellowhead Twinning is a positive move.
And anytime we can, in fact, improve the safety of our road system, then that's a major plus. Secondarily, as a former Minister of Tourism, tourism becomes a very high saleable product as a result of the twin sections, both south and north.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
The ribbon-cutting ceremony marked the official opening of the Yellowhead and the beginning of the caravan's trek. Along the way, the cars will be making stops in many communities for welcoming ceremonies. Vermilion was the first stop on the route, and the town's mayor praised the Alberta government for coming through with the twinning.
And to our Minister of Highways, Boomer there, we're very privileged and honored to have you here today. And we'd like to thank you for the involvement you have in twinning the highway. And thank your government for us.
The caravan will make its way to Edmonton today for an overnight stopover. It is scheduled to hit Jasper tomorrow evening. Jeannie Haining, NewsHour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lloydminster 1989, Gail Mills.
I just couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. Never expected it.
Gail Milne stole the spotlight last night as she was crowned the first ever Miss Lloydminster. The pageant was held at the Tropical Inn and drew a huge crowd. Organizers had allocated 200 seats but found themselves scampering for more chairs. The evening was filled with musical entertainment and a few witty exchanges between CKSA's disc jockey Darren Stevens and pageant coordinator Patty Faulkner.
I hear you lost the famous Gretzky. You can't be too much of an Edmontonian. That's all you need, isn't it? That's great. You got him and the sausages. Oh.
Finally, it was time to crown the new Miss Lloydminster and her two runners-up. The second runner-up was 20-year-old Sherry Priest, and the first runner-up, 18-year-old Brenda Meyer. Meyer says she was not disappointed she didn't win. She was just glad to have entered.
I'm totally surprised. It's unbelievable. I don't know, I'm so proud to even be part of this.
The new Miss Lloydminster received a new fur coat and a modeling scholarship with Patty Faulkner in Calgary. The next few months will be busy for Gail Milne as she gets ready to represent Lloydminster at the Miss Canada pageant this fall. Blaine Ostapovich, Broadcast Center News.
Emotions were running high as Lloydminster officially kicked off the 1997 Alberta Summer Games. Provincial and local dignitaries were on hand to help celebrate, but this night belonged to the athletes.
Oh, it's great! This is the funnest summer I've ever had. Yeah.
So what do you guys think about the games, the whole experience? What's it done for you so far?
Oh, it's awesome. It's the best thing you can ever do.
is rad. It's cool. It's awesome having all these people here.
You getting pumped up for the game?
Yeah, South's gonna win. We're number one. Killing everybody.
This is fun. It's great.
Fabulous. Tremendous for these kids. They're having a ball. They're so high, we'll never get them down tomorrow.
Some of the athletes were at a loss for words.
Think about all this fanfare going on. Let's go.
Of course, the biggest applause was saved for Zone 7, which represents all of northeastern Alberta and the Midwest.
What do you think about all this fanfare? What do you think about all this stuff?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you guys getting pumped up for the game?
Oh, it's awesome. I love summer games. It's cool.
For Zone 7 coordinator Michelle McMartin, this night put the finishing touches on months of hard work and preparation.
Looks pretty good.
Oh, really awesome. The kids are just perfect. They're just putting on a great show. It's a really good showing. It's very emotional. It's really, really great.
The ceremony to light the torch had an official theme. The three runners represented games from the past, present, and future. This night was meant to celebrate the spirit of sport and competition. At the same time, it signified the unification of athletes from all over the province. But now the athletes will change their focus and concentrate on their individual events. For NewsHour Sports, I'm Adam Cook.
Lloydminster knows how to put on a party.
On behalf of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police veterans, I would like to present you with this Hope statute. And also there's an envelope here that I had for the His Royal Highness, the Earl and Countess of Wessex.
Yes.
I couldn't find another envelope, so I saw it I'd include in Premier Pat Binns.
Well.
My pleasure,
Thank
sir,
you
to
very
present
much.
that to you. Thank you, Your
Thank you.
What a joyful, joyful day, and what an exciting milestone.
What a great time in our history. 100 years only comes around once. You've seen what's happened since the Statue of Hope, the visit of the Earl of Wessex, and now this special week in our history. What else can we ask for?
A number of distinguished guests were on hand to help kick off Centennial celebrations over the weekend. And for some, it was a homecoming of sorts.
I've come from Australia to be here, and I feel very privileged to have been invited.
You know, the first school I went to was a Meridian School. And yes, I remember the teachers and I remember the kids in the school, but I remember the fire escapes on the school. I mean, that's where you wanted to be.
This is the only city in Canada where the 100th celebration is being recognized by not one, not two, but three provincial governments.
For Pat Binns, who grew up in the border city and has gone on to make his mark in East Coast politics, he can appreciate what the city was built on.
A premier, and I guess a politician, that I admire the independence of Lloydminster, your entrepreneurship, how you take care of yourselves, and I want to congratulate you for that remarkable spirit that this community has.
But for the time being, Centennial excitement will only continue to grow.
Let me just say happy anniversary to all the people of Lloydminster. This is a unique city in Canada, the only border city in Canada, and what I see this weekend is happening some unique things in Canada. This is one of the biggest birthday parties, centennial parties, that I think any community in Canada has ever had. And I just congratulate the community. There's much to celebrate, a great deal of pride and progress, and it's only just the first year of this next century, and I think there's a great deal of progress yet to come.
Shannon Fagan, NewsHour.